Welcome back to Attack of the Buns, a bikepacking route in New South Wales that links Bungendore to Bundanoon, spanning over 300 kilometres and 5,000 metres of climbing. Across the route, I'll pass through remote forests, river valleys, rugged fire trails, and some of the best gravel riding New South Wales has to offer. After 2 long, demanding days in the saddle, today should be the easiest, at least on paper. But with sore legs, cold weather, brutal climbs, and one last stretch of road that turns out to be the most dangerous of the whole ride, nothing about it feels easy. Today's route takes me up Scanzi Mountain in the dark, across one of Australia's oldest bridges, and up the iconic Meryla Pass. Will the final day live up to the rest of the ride, or will it all come unstuck right at the end? Welcome to day 3.
Good morning. It is day 3. Time is 5:20 a.m. Made myself some mac and cheese flavored coffee. Delicious, great way to start the day. I'm gonna make my way towards Kangaroo Valley this morning. Hopefully get there early, but not so early that the shops are all closed. I just want to grab a nice breakfast there. And then we're gonna make our way to Bundanoon. Last day, looking forward to it. See you when I see you.
With a climb uphill, onwards and upwards. Oh my tushy is sore. Okay, so from where I camped, it's about a 4-kilometre ride to Mt Scanzi, followed by another 8 kilometres to Kangaroo Valley. I don't think Mt Scanzi is as bad as it sounds. I'll need to recheck the elevation, but maybe 300 metres, which is a little bit less than the elevation we climbed for Mount Yalwell yesterday. Why did I call it a mountain? I don't know. Anyway. I set off from Bugong Creek just before sunrise. The morning air was cold and crisp, and my legs and butt weren't exactly thrilled about getting moving again. I'm nearly at the top. Oh, it was more walking than riding, I think. But anyway, the sun's about to come up, and it is lovely. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Imagine you own that place. Oh, that is so nice. That's a postcard right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go down, I guess. Woo. Oh, so good. I hope I'm going the right way. Alright, back on the main straight to Kangaroo Valley. I think I've got about 3 k's of this, and then hopefully something will be open so I can have a coffee and some food. Kangaroo. Coming into the junction to Kangaroo Valley. Let's see if anything's open. It's also a public holiday today, which, this being a tourist town, I hope means things will still be open, but you just never know. Okay, from memory, I think this place is good. Alright, let's give it a shot. Fantastic, thank you so much. Alright, breakfast is served. I've got a large coffee, a milkshake, and some chili scrambled eggs. Okay, coming up to one of the oldest bridges in Australia, Hampton Bridge. Pretty cool. Now before I do that, I need to do a bit of maintenance, both on the bike and to myself. So I'm going to stop here. What better place to stop than on this historic bridge? Beautiful. Now with all the dust and water that this bike has been through, it's no surprise that it's sounding a little bit worse for wear. So I brought a little bit of chain lube in this kind of soy sauce fish packet, and I'm just going to lube up my bike now. I don't know if this will help, but it's better than nothing. Okay, I didn't get every single link, but I got close. Good enough. Now, in terms of self-maintenance, gosh, my ankle's feeling a bit sore, so I did bring some ibuprofen cream in this little tub. I don't know if this will help or not, but probably way too much. Time to ride the historic bridge. Okay, coming up towards the Bundanoon campgrounds. It's on the left. Nice area if you ever want to go for a camp. Me and my mate Gannon rode from Mossvale to Bundanoon a couple of years back. I made a pretty average video about it here. So I'm pretty much riding that route in reverse, so everything from here on in is going to be familiar to me, but in a different way since I'm riding in a different direction. I just remember that Meryla Pass was hectic going down. I was on a single speed bike with a front brake only, and I was riding down and my brakes were smoking hot. So I imagine it's going to be a long, slow, arduous, painful climb back up. That's alright, that's why we do this. A bit of an undulating road out of here. I didn't even realize, but I'm now back onto some gravel. Alright, Crowley's Wisdom, part 1. What I've learned over only in recent years, ever since I started running, one thing that I never really did was pay attention to nutrition. So my kind of motto when it comes to bikepacking and riding long days is ABE, always be eating. So on the gas tank here, I typically have some lollies or some other kind of snack. Right now I've got dried cranberries, and just keep munching on it, you know, just a little bit, just like munch on it little bit by little bit, and this keeps your energy levels up, stops you from bonking so hard. It's especially important, I've noticed, in the afternoon or late afternoon, start to feel your energy levels start to dip, and some simple sugars helps perks that up. Not a nutritionist, but it's ABE, always be eating. Anyway, on to my next milestone. Oh, you see that? I know that that's some kind of like magical bird. Where is it? Oh, it's gone. Magical bird. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. But super pretty, kind of like peacock-esque, but native to Australia. Some say it's the Timu of peacocks, so I say it's the other way around. Anyway, let's keep rolling. Oh yeah, I was going to say, the next milestone is Griffins clearing, which is kind of just before the start of Meryla Pass. And between here and Griffins, there's just a little bit of a climb, but hopefully nothing too crazy. Keep rolling. Coming into Griffins Fire Trail. Another gate to pass. Hopefully it's not too arduous. I think I can carry my bike. Which way? Let's go this way. Alright, very nice. Okay. Yeah, Griffins Farm, I think, is my, here's the campsite I'm picking up. 6 k's away, and Meryla Pass is 11 k's away. Let's go! Whee! I shouldn't do stupid things. Ooh, I think I know the way. We're going under, baby. Are we? Oh. I don't know what it is, but as I've gotten older, my tolerance to risk has gone so far down, it's crazy. Going down these hills, I'm like, oh yeah, I could smash it, bomb the hill, but I'm also like, but I also have 2 brakes that can slow me down and get me down safely. And when you're in the middle of nowhere like here, if I fall down and hurt myself, I'm the only person that can get myself out. So maybe I should use those brakes. I don't know. I don't know if that's normal or not, but yeah. Now look, sometimes when you see stuff like this, there is a solution. Okay. The next person that rides along doesn't have to potentially crash into it, especially if they're riding at night. Let's keep going. Coming into Griffins farm now, so it's over there. It's a beautiful little clearing. I can see some people camping. I've got all the food, water and supplies I need. Don't need the toilet, so I'm going to keep moving on onto Meryla Pass, 5.2 k's. Looking forward to it actually. Let's go. So if you're wondering how I get these little drone shots, I've got this DJI Neo, not sponsored, and it's super easy to use. Tell it to start flying, and then you don't have to control it, just ride, and yeah, it follows me. Okay, probably doesn't look it, but this is the start of the pass. Pretty content to walk the whole thing. I think it'll take me about an hour and a half. It's 9:30 now. See you at 11. The pass itself is steep and mostly unrideable, for me at least, but I settled into a rhythm. Ride what I could, walk what I couldn't. There's something poetic about the act of pushing a bike uphill. It forces you to slow down, to focus on each step, to listen to your breath and the sound of the forest around you. And on this trip, there had been no shortage of challenges to reflect on. The icy creek crossings that left my feet numb, the biting wind on the exposed ridgelines, the sections of exposed blue metal gravel that rattled my entire body, the nights spent searching for camp after dark. They all built into a kind of resistance I hadn't expected. But in moments like this, slowly inching my way up Meryla Pass, those hardships started to feel like the reason I came out here in the first place. The physical struggle, the solitude, the discomfort. They stripped everything back to the essentials. It wasn't about reaching the end, it was about showing up for each part of the ride, even when it got tough. It's not just a means to an end, it becomes the experience itself. Much like the rest of the route, it reminded me that the most memorable parts of a trip often come in the quiet, uncomfortable moments. Climbing Meryla Pass, slowly and deliberately, felt like an extension of all that. A chance to reflect on the raw, unscripted parts of the ride that made it what it was. I found myself oddly grateful for the steep parts, the unrideable gravel, for the solitude, for the time to reflect. This wasn't just about reaching Bundanoon. It was about being completely immersed in the effort of getting there. Okay, I'm fairly sure I've hit a bit of a false plateau, so I'm back on my bike. From memory, I think there are some like rocky outcrops here that are pretty cool. In fact, I think I can see it now. So over there, you can see the kind of cool rocky formations. But as promised, there's a bit more climbing to come. I think I'll be back walking again. Whew. Okay, there are certainly sections that are rideable, and this is one of them, but what I have to do is kind of ride a little bit, pick a milestone, so like I'll ride to that tree, then I'll stop, catch my breath, and repeat the process. Alright, come with me.
All alone in front of the crowd. What a sight, what a sound. You're watching one of the greatest bike riders of his generation.
Ooh. Okay, that's hard work. And then repeat that over and over again. Oh, gotta catch my breath. So, one change I made for the attack of the Buns that has drastically changed the experience for me is to get a smaller chainring. So before I had a 42 front and my largest sprocket in the rear was 42 as well, so a 1:1 ratio. I went down, I think, to a 34 tooth ratio here, and that just gives me a little bit more range in the lower gears. I think if I could go lower I could, but you know, it's not like we're sprinting down tarmac all the time, so I rarely use this like the higher gears anyway. So if you can make the change to get a smaller gear ratio, your experience on the attack of the Buns is going to change drastically. There's 5,000 meters plus of elevation on this trip, so you're going to be spending a lot of time climbing, and sometimes it's better to be pedaling than walking. But I don't mind the walking, it's just that you're going to burn out less by having that lower gear ratio. Anyway, so I'm on the middle of Meryla Pass, and I'm going to keep on riding. Alright team, I think I made it. Don't want to be suckered into a false sense of security yet, but things are flattening out and I see a sign. But I do see a huge cliff in front of me, so I don't know, maybe I am being suckered into a false sense of security. Okay, so I think this is it's a campsite over here. You can see the drop toilet. Oh no, I was wrong. Meryla Pass, 1.2 kilometers to go. Okay, more to come. I was suckered in. Oh well, it's quite beautiful around here, just like surrounded by nature. You can hear the birds chirping, the wind isn't too strong, and there's some hikers ahead of me. Amazing. How you going? Nice day for it. You too. Alright team, let's take a look at this. That's quite nice. I've resorted to walking again. Slow and steady wins the race. Coming up to the gate. Oh my, I don't think I can skirt this one. This might be up and over completely. Alright, let's see how we go. I don't know if I can do this. Papers! Always believe in yourself. More beautiful views. Wow, spectacular. All right, back to business. And we have another gate. How are we gonna go around this one? Oh, like a glove. Thread that needle. Yes. Okay, I reckon this bad boy will go straight underneath this one. Don't even have to lead it. Oh. Actually, I do. Good boy. Did I just say good boy to my bike? I did. By the way, is it pronounced Meryla or Meryla? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below which one you think it is. Just saw a deer. You can see two of them. They're running off. and let's get back on the road. At the top of the pass, the trail opens up into wide, well-maintained gravel roads that pass through beautiful bushland dotted with yellow flowering acacias, which unfortunately you won't get to see since most of the footage I took during this stretch ended up being completely unusable. The camera had tilted downwards, so all you really see are my handlebars and the road, but it's a lesson learnt for me for future trips. It's a shame because this was one of the most beautiful parts of the trip and I'm gutted I couldn't share it with you. Once the gravel finishes, the ride turns to tarmac and there's a lot more elevation to go. The wind had picked up and brought in some freezing drizzle. Riding into Bundanoon meant riding straight into a strong headwind, and with the long weekend traffic picking up, it was one of the sketchier parts of the whole ride. With limited shoulders and high-speed cars, I had to be extra cautious, often pulling off the road when I heard a vehicle approaching. But the wind made that difficult too. Sometimes I couldn't even hear the cars coming until they were already on top of me. The last few kilometres dragged on. Looking back, turning off to go to Mossvale instead of pushing onto Bundanoon would have made a lot more sense, especially in those conditions. The road to Bundanoon was exposed and busy and felt unnecessarily risky. I only continued because I wanted to complete the route properly from bun to bun, but if you're planning this ride for yourself, especially on a long weekend, Mossvale might be the safer and more logical place to wrap it up.
Okay, I've made it to the town of Exeter, 7 k's away from Bundanoon. Kind of sick of this road, but grateful it's nearly over. Oh gosh, you gotta put a positive spin on things, don't you? Grateful for it being nearly done. I'm just gonna eat some food, hopefully that will cheer me up. My feet are numb. I can't feel my hands either. It's raining, it's cold, but man, would you rather be sitting in an office? I don't know. This is pretty good. Oh, Doritos, the best. Oh, how good is this? I swear, ABE cures everything. Always be eating. I was grumpy before, but I feel a lot better now. Tropical Isle mango. See if they're any good. If I can get it open. Ooh. Oh damn, they're good. They're kind of like dried apricots, but like better. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that was good. Sometimes all it takes is a bit of a stop and refresh to change your perspective on things. ABE has turned the winds. I now have a tailwind of all things. 6 more k's to go. Let's go! Woohoo! Cruising it. 30 plus k's an hour. Woo! Alright, milestone reached. I've made it to Bundanoon. Holy shit. I'm still on the outskirts, there's probably a bit to go, but this feels bloody good. I can't feel my hands right now, they're so cold. Alright, let me just take a picture of this and let's get out of here. Oh, my hands, I can't feel them. And maybe it's fitting that I didn't capture this bit that well. Sometimes the rawest part of an adventure aren't meant for the camera, they're just meant to be felt in the moment. And at that moment, I felt terrible. Finally, I rolled into Bundanoon, wet, cold, and completely spent. It was a quiet finish, with most of the town shut for the public holiday, but I didn't mind. I found the pub, waited for my lift, and I am eternally grateful for my friends Gannon and Claudia, and were the MVPs of this trip since they also dropped me off at Bungendore. It was a low-key end to what has been one of the most rewarding rides I've ever done. Reflecting back, Attack of the Buns was everything I hoped it would be. It's remote, rough, and takes you through parts of the states you don't often see. Thanks for watching the series. If you enjoyed the journey, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with a mate who might be up for the challenge. Alright, made it to Bundanoon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.